Hello, and welcome to Yoga with Glenn. I'm Glenn. Today I have a nice flow for you that's about breaking your limitations, whether that be physical, mental limitations, limitations maybe with your job, or even limitations in your yoga practice. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, it helps out immensely. Hop into something comfortable, hop on your mat, and let's get started. To begin our practice today, meet me here in Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged seated position. I recommend sitting on a bolster or a pillow just to make yourself more comfortable in this position. Some other props you'll need today are possibly a block or maybe a book that's about the size of a yoga block. Today is about breaking your limitations. So what that means is we're not going to be doing anything too hard, but this is an intermediate flow, and I will recommend a inversion at the end. If inversions are in your practice, that's great. If not, I will offer some regressions. Not a problem at all. But the most important thing is to do what is in your practice. If it's not in your practice, maybe don't do it. But meet me here, cross-legged seated position, Sukhasana. Relax your eyes closed, and we'll take a few breaths together just to get settled into this space. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale on your own. Just to get settled in, just to get grounded here, wherever you're practicing this yoga. After you've taken about 3 breaths, we'll do one more together. So after an exhale, exhale all the air out. And inhale, feel the belly, feel the ribs expand, feel the chest lift. Hold at the top. One more inhale, and open mouth exhale. Let it all go. When you inhale again, roll your eyes open. And we'll start by rolling our neck. So as you exhale, tilt your head to the right, chin down to the chest, and inhale, left ear, left shoulder, up to the center, and exhale, left ear, left shoulder, chin down to the chest. And as you keep rolling, inhale, right ear to right shoulder, and up to the center, and reverse that circle, right ear, right shoulder, chin down to the chest, left ear, left shoulder, keep rolling up to the center, and exhale, look straight down, chin to chest, inhale, look straight up, chin to the sky, and exhale back to center, and bend your head just straight over to the right, inhale back to center, straight over to the left, inhale back to center. Now bring your hands up, fingertips on the shoulders, and we'll do some shoulder rolls, just drawing big circles with your elbows, going towards the front of you. Do it slow enough where you can follow your breath. So maybe exhale when the elbows down, inhale when the elbows go up, and reverse the circle. Inhale, elbows go up, exhale, elbows down. Just do nice wide circles. Try not to scrunch up in the neck too much. Just nice wide circles with your fingertips connected to your shoulders. Now try to point your elbows straight up to the sky. Point your elbows straight down, maybe towards the back of you. Come straight up again, and straight down, and release your hands. We'll inhale, hands come up, or arms and hands come up, and take a twist to your right side. Chin looks towards the back shoulder, and with an inhale, chin to the front shoulder, and exhale, chin to back. With an inhale, arms come forward and up, and exhale to the opposite side, the left side this time. Inhale, chin to front shoulder, and exhale, chin to back. Inhale, hands and arms come up, and exhale, place the hands on the knees. Now make your way into a table posture. If you have sitting on your props, move your props off to the side, or prop in this case. We'll inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, arch the back, send the tailbone up to the sky, belly towards the floor for cow pose. And exhale, release the toes for cat pose, round the back, chin falls towards the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale for cow, same treatment, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest. If you want to enhance it, you can bend at the elbows. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the back, point the spine towards the ceiling, chin falls towards the chest. And to enhance this treatment, you can come up onto the fingertips and walk the fingertips towards the knees for super cat variation. And place the palms back down on the mat. And with an inhale, another cow. And with an exhale, another cat. Inhale one last time for cow. And exhale for cat. Now tuck your toes if they're not already. Come back to a neutral table posture. And press back into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. And nice stretch in the calves, nice stretch in the hamstrings. And when you're comfortable with that, lift the right leg in the air for a three-legged dog. Step that through between the hands. Step the other leg through with an inhale for a halfway lift. And an exhale with a fold. I'm going to step back just a little bit away from this window. And inhale and rise, circling the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and bringing the hands down to heart center. With an inhale, we'll bring the palms to the back of our head, elbows up with a slight back bend, and keep the hands and arms like this as you fold forward. Release the arms down at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Plant the hands on the mat. Step back with the right leg, drop the right knee to the ground. Rise up for low lunge, and exhale, hands to mat. Come back into table posture, and lower all the way down to your belly. Release the toes. Inhale for low cobra, and exhale back down. Inhale up to table posture, and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, step the left leg through. Inhale, rise for high lunge. Exhale, hands to mat. And with an inhale, step the right foot up for halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead. And bring the hands down to heart center. With an inhale, thumbs come to the back of the head, elbows pointed straight up. Slight back bend. And exhale, dive forward with those arms, hands behind your back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And step back with the left leg. Drop the left knee into the back. Rise up for low lunge. And exhale, down, hands to mat. Table posture. And lower down to your belly. Inhale for low cobra. And exhale down. And inhale, press yourself up to a table posture. And press yourself back to a downward facing dog. Lift the right leg. Step the right foot through. And rise up for high lunge. And exhale down, hands to mat. Left leg comes up with a halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. So that was one sun salutation. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of heat by now, but today is about breaking past your limits. So we're going to do one, maybe two more. I know you can do it. Just stick with it. Just follow along. You got this. So with an inhale, hands and arms come up, back bend, and dive straight forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. And step back with the right leg, rise up into high lunge, and exhale, hands down to mat. Step back, high plank, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga vinyasa, flip the toes. Either a high cobra or an upward facing dog with the knees off the mat. Flip the toes back, press back into downward facing dog, and lift the left leg into the air. Step the left leg through, rise up for high lunge, and exhale down, hands to mat. With an inhale, step the right foot, inhale up into halfway lift, and exhale, fold. And inhale, rise, circling the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and bringing the hands down to heart center. Hands and arms come straight up, slight back bend, and fold down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Step back with the hands to the mat, step back with the left leg. Inhale, rise for high lunge, and exhale, fold, hands to mat. Step back into high plank, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga vinyasa. Again, flip those toes, flow through, meet me in downward facing dog, and lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that hand through, rise up again for high lunge, and exhale down, hands to the mat. Step forward into high plank, step forward into halfway lift, and exhale, fold, and inhale, rise, circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. Remember, breaking past those limitations. Here we go. Inhale, bring the thumbs to the back of the head, point the elbows straight up, slight back bend, a little bit bigger than the last one, and exhale, fold forward, release the hands at the bottom, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold, and step back with the right leg, rise up to a high crescent lunge, slight back bend, exhale, fold forward, hands to mat, high lunge, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga vinyasa, flow through, back bend of your choice, then meet me in downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, step the left foot through between the hands, rise up, high lunge, exhale down, step forward with an inhale into halfway lift, and exhale, fold, and inhale, rise, circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. With an inhale, back bend with the thumbs on the back of the head, back of the neck, and then exhale, fold forward, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Hands step back with the left leg, and inhale, rise for high crescent lunge, back bends. Exhale down, hands to mat. Step back into high plank with that right foot, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga vinyasa, flow through, either upward facing dog or high cobra, and meet me in downward facing dog. Almost there, you can do this. Lift the right leg, step the right leg through, inhale, rise, high lunge, exhale down, hands to mat. With an inhale, step forward into a halfway lift, and exhale, fold, and inhale, rise, circling the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. That's 3 sun salutations you just did. If you did all 3, congrats, that was awesome. Not too easy of a thing to do. Of course, it's easy, the movements are basic, but you did 3 of them in a row, so you're breaking past any limitations you might have thought you had, so you're doing great. From here, moving on, take a step back with the left foot, set yourself up for warrior 1. So a nice bend in the front knee, not too far, not over the toes. Front toes pointed straight forward. This back leg, point your toes out enough where you can have your heel flat on the ground, but this leg is straight, and then your hips are pointed straight forward. Hands and arms come up, and feel the nice strength and freedom in your warrior 1. And then we're going to pivot this back foot back, set yourself up for warrior 2. Feel the openness in this posture, nice proud warrior. And straighten the front knee and shift forward with the hands and the body. And then revolve into triangle pose or trikonasana and embrace the expansiveness of this pose. The hand either comes to the shin or the ankle or a block on the outside of the leg if you have a block and want to use it. And then your eyes gaze up towards the hand. And inhale back up to warrior two with the bend in the front knee. Reverse your warrior with an inhale and exhale. Windmill your hands down. Place your hand on the mat with an inhale, twist. And exhale back down, hand to the mat. Step back into high plank, shift forward, lower down. Another chaturanga vinyasa. Flow through either high cobra or upward facing dog. And then press yourself back into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, step the right leg through, left leg follows. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale with a fold, and inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. Same thing, opposite side. Nice strong stance in the left foot. Step back with the right. Set yourself up for warrior one. Hips pointed straight forward, front toes straight forward. Nice bend in the front knee. And your back foot is turned out just enough where your heel can still rest on the ground. Back leg can be straight. Hands and arms come up, straight up. And again, with our ribs, we're not pointing them out like this, but our ribs are nice and straight and even, some energy in the core. And then we're going to open up, step back with that foot, open up into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front knee, shift forward and revolve into triangle pose, trikonasana. Just feel nice and expanded, nice and open. Break past those limitations you might have had if you've never done this pose before. And come back to center, bending the front knee. And inhale, reverse your warrior, and exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat. Leave the right hand planted on the mat. Open up for a nice twist. And exhale down, step back with the left foot, shift forward, lower down. Flip the toes, either upward facing dog or high cobra. Flip the toes back, press back into downward facing dog. And lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Step that through. Right leg follows with an inhale for halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. Next is going to be a balance posture. I'm going to face the camera for this one. This is called eagle pose. If you're not familiar with eagle pose, you're crossing your legs, you're crossing your arms. An eagle, of course, a symbol of freedom, symbol of breaking those limitations, right? Plus, with the balance posture, you're going to embrace the power that's within you. So with the left thigh over the right, and try to circle around your toes. If not, circle your toes around your shin. If not, you can rest your toes here on the ground so you're more stable in this balance posture. And since the left is over the right, we're going to bring the right arm under the left for this. We're going to stack the forearms over each other like this. Hand pointed straight up like this. And if you can, wrap your hand or get it as far around as you can. Just try to find a nice balance here and try to sink in. Really squeeze those thighs together here in your eagle pose. Try to hold this balanced posture for at least 3 to 5 breaths. We're really working the core. We're really working those feet. And exhale, release, lift the leg up and down. And we'll take a nice fold, so lift the hands up and exhale, fold. Just a nice fold to reset. And you can pedal out the legs here. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead. And bring the hands down to heart center. Same thing, opposite side. right leg over the left. And again, you can use it as a kickstand like this, or you can wrap it all the way around wherever you're at in your practice today. Just make sure you're squeezing those thighs together. And since the right is over the left, we're going to do the opposite with the opposite hand. Again, nice strong fingers, wrapping the arms around. And with the arms, you bring them around, you cross at the elbows, and you point one up, wrap the other one around. You're in eagle pose, if I can find my balance again. And we'll hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. Strong in the core, strong in the lower body. Bring the elbows up nice and strong in the upper body. And exhale, release. Lift the leg down. Inhale up. And we'll fold again just to reset. Again, you can pedal the legs here. Inhale, halfway lifts. And exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead. And bring the hands down to heart center. Now for this next one, I really challenge you to do. And if it's not in your practice, then certainly don't do it. I'll show you a regression, but we're going to do forearm stand. We're going to do an inversion. We're going to overcome your physical and mental limitations and maybe view the world from a different perspective, being upside down in this inversion. So if you have a block and you'd like to use a block for this, now's the time. I recommend putting the block on the ground against the wall, putting each thumb on the face of the block that's facing towards you, wrapping your fingers around the sides. And if you have that, with your forearms on the ground, press your hips up into dolphin pose. And as you start to walk your hips towards the wall, you're going to look up and then walk your hips up enough to where you'll be inverted and you're able to press your feet on the ground. I'm going to do it against this wall. Again, hands on the ground, pretty close to the wall. Forearms on the ground. Lift the hips up and walk yourself closer and closer to the wall in dolphin pose. And then make sure when you shoot yourself up to the wall, you move both legs. So here we are in forearm stand, legs straight up together. And you can use the wall for balance. You can take one leg away from the wall, take the other, take both. Just make sure you're breathing here in this posture. And after about 3-5 breaths, you can slowly lower yourself down to the ground. Reset your props, reset yourself. If you'd like to try that again, I recommend it. You can certainly do that again now that your body's nice and warm. But if you're not able to do an inversion and you'd still like to follow along in the practice, just do dolphin pose close to the wall and try to walk your feet together as much as possible. Walk your feet towards your arms together as much as possible and try to hold that. That's a nice regression for forearm stand. And if not, if you'd like to do a child's pose, you can certainly do that. But moving on with our practice today, after the fun of inversions, come to a nice seat, wide-legged, seated forward fold. So we'll inhale, lift the arms up, take a turn to your right, and exhale, fold over the right leg, grabbing on to something, either the shin, the ankle, the foot. We'll just hold this posture for a few breaths, just calming our body down, calming our mind. If you did the forearm stand and you did it against the wall, that's great. If you're able to do that in the middle of the room, I congratulate you. And that's awesome. If you did the dolphin pose, still awesome. If you did the child's pose, you're definitely still awesome. That's just a nice challenge and nice limitations we can break through in our yoga practice. Certainly got my heart rate going. With an inhale, slowly walk your hands up. Bring your arms and hands forward or straight up. Take a turn to the left side and fold over the left knee. Hands come to the shin, the ankle, the foot, wherever they are. Just breathe into this posture. After your next exhale, inhale and walk your hands slowly back up to center. Hands and arms come forward and up, and then exhale, fold straight down the middle in this wide-legged seated forward fold. Just a few breaths. Just settle into this posture. Release that heat, release that tension. After an exhale, inhale, walk those hands back up to center. If you're not facing forward on your mat, face forward. Soles of the feet on the ground. Arms straight forward, and then slowly sink back onto your back. Just gonna move these props back down here. And with your palms flat on the ground, soles of the feet on the ground, close to the glutes, press up for bridge with an inhale. And exhale, lower down slowly. Inhale once more for bridge. And exhale, slowly lower down. Once more, press up for bridge. And exhale, like a leaf in the wind, rock side to side until that leaf settles down on the ground, nice and easy. Now walk your feet out to about as wide as the mat or shoulder width. Bring the knees to rest in the center together, and if you like, you can walk the feet down just a little bit, wherever's comfortable for you, just to ease any tension on the back you might have had. Your palms can remain on the ground here. You can face the palms up, Shavasana style. If you like to feel your heartbeat, like to feel yourself breathe, you can place a hand on the heart and a hand on the stomach. Wherever you're at, just take a few breaths here. Let go of that heat. You can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth if you like to release some heat. Now, like windshield wipers on a car, but in slow motion, you start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Inhale up to the center, exhale, windshield wiper to the left, inhale up to center, slow motion windshield wiper to the right, inhale to center, exhale to left. One more time, inhale to center, exhale to the right, inhale center, and then exhale over to the right. Give yourself a nice big hug. You did awesome today. You really rocked it. You really broke through your limitations. And if you followed through the whole way through, please leave a comment below. Tell me how it went for you. But either way, release your legs, soles of the feet on the ground, and then stretch one leg at a time out and set yourself up for Shavasana, whatever that means to you. If you like a wide Shavasana, like you're halfway through a snow angel, you can do that. If you like just regular Shavasana, no props, that's fine. If you like props, maybe something under your head, something under your knees, whatever you like, set yourself up for that. And we'll be here for a small slice of time. Focus on your limitations that you want to release, whether that be in your yoga practice, any physical limitations, any mental limitations, limitations at work, whatever it may be. Just think of those limitations you want to release and then envision yourself just letting them go and breaking free and just being able to just live in the world without limitations. Now we all feel like we have some limitations imposed on us, and that's okay. Just know that the world is yours. You can do anything you want to do. And you can certainly do it if you put your mind to it. Not an intentional rhyme, but it happened. After your next exhale, we'll take one last breath together. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the chest, and pause at the top. Take another sip of air in, and open mouth, exhale. Stretch your arms overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. Roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Draw one knee in. And when you're ready, press off that knee and roll to your side. Just a nice recovery posture here. Just take your time in this posture. And whenever you are ready, press yourself up into a nice, easy, cross-legged seated position, or Sukhasana. And we'll finish where we started. One more breath together. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause at the top, take another sip of air in, and open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Go out there and break some limitations and live free. Live in the way you want to. Thank you, and namaste.